Hey everybody, it's Mr. Fudge, your balloon man, and today we're going to be making a leprechaun hat. It's going to take 6 green balloons, almost fully inflated, full hand's length at the end anyway, of tail. We're going to use a black balloon with another hand's length and a yellow buckle, and also need to prepare a couple of sideburns as well. So we'll get to those when we get to those. In the meantime, you're going to take each of your 6 green balloons and tie them nozzle to nozzle. So we got 1, 2, and 3 sets of those. You place them together and twist. That's going to be the starting of a basic cake weave or tube weave. You're then going to make an ear twist on one side and an ear twist on the other, which is going to help stabilize these so that they'll hold in a nice star shape. At this point, depending on how big you want the hat to be at the top, or how small you want it to be, that's where this is going to vary. I'm going to suggest trying to fit so it just about fits the head and goes straight all the way down. So I'm going to say about a hand's length and twist, an ear twist. So you go all the way around doing about a hand's length, making an ear twist. Just like so. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now the key to making this perfectly circular and making this easy on yourself is this length is supposed to match this length exactly. It's not going to necessarily, but it's supposed to. So that's what you're shooting for. If you make them the same length, it's going to make this look more like a circle. Don't ask me why that's the case. Due to the math involved, that's how it happens to turn out. So if they end up being about the same length, you're going to get more of a circle shape. So I'm rearranging my ear twists so they look a little nicer. So you start with a table like this. So that's the start of our weave. With any weave, it's always hardest to start. So if you can master that, you can master the rest. From here we make a small bubble, another small bubble, wrap it and twist. Another small bubble, wrap and twist. Another small bubble, wrap and twist. Small bubble and twist. Small bubble and twist. And when we get to the very end, we're going to hold it so it's about the right length, twist it really good, take the end and slide it into this. Just like so. And now we're at our beginning place again. We can start over. So we're actually going to do this about 4 or 5 or 6 times, where we take the small bubbles and twist. And as you do this, you will be able to make the hat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hand this off and have this continue to be twisted by my assistant. And as I do that, I'll explain the different parts that I've done for the different hats. One piece that I've done is a belt where I make a bubble, ear twist, bubble, ear twist, bubble, ear twist, bubble, ear twist, tie it together, then I go across with a small bubble to get to the center, a series of 3 ear twists, 1, 2, and 3, then another small bubble to hold it together. Then I attached a black balloon that's going to wrap around the hat when we finish to make a buckle. Then I also took 2 separate balloons here and made sideburns for the hat. We make a bubble, giving a little bit of space to come off the hat. And then 3 bubbles twisted together, 3 bubbles twisted together. And that triangle piece gives a nice form and holds it so it doesn't turn. I make another small bubble, some smaller triangles, and then I finish off with a big triangle and break off the excess. I did that twice to give me the nice sideburns for my hat. Thank you very much. Now once you've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so different pieces here, a nice way to end with this, I feel, is an ear twist at the bottom, all the way around, and I'm making a small bubble and ear twisting. He twists opposite direction to me, so I gotta make sure I am not untwisting these as I make the ear twist. So, make a small ear twist. There we go. Make sure I'm not untwisting these as I make the ear twist. So this time I'll check first before I try to do the ear twist. And then, okay, now that we've got our ear twist, that actually holds all of these pieces straight out. And you can wedge the ear twist inside the hat a little bit, which make them look a little more straight out rather than up. Now, the cool part here is I make a bubble, just like I was doing the weave, but I attach the end. So I got a bubble. So bubble, end, bubble, end. And what this is doing is it's making the hat go out sideways a little bit, which gives you the brim of your hat. Now there are nicer ways to make a brim on this type of hat, but this is by far the easiest and quickest method. That makes a nice brim of your hat. I lost one of my ear twists. Certainly one of those I didn't check when I was twisting. All right, there we go. So, and that makes a nice brim of your hat. If it curves a little bit and has the wave, that's because each of these are different sizes, because I just used whatever was left. But the cool thing about that is it doesn't really matter. You can use it just as it is. Now for our buckle around the hat, just loosely wrap and tie off our black balloon, breaking off whatever's extra, and tying it off. And that gives you your St. Patty's Day buckle. And when I say tie it off, I actually mean tie it off. I don't mean just pretend like you tied it off and hope it holds for the video. So there we go. Tie that off and rearrange it just like so. So that becomes our buckle for the top of our hat. Then we attach our sideburns. At the base here. I do them just opposite of each other. Just wrapping around an ear twist. And now another thing too that's kind of important is you want to make the sideburns on the sides of the hat. So then you get something like this. If you need something that holds it onto your head, you can actually use an excess balloon. And you know what, I'm going to use orange for this because it'll match the sideburns. You can use an excess balloon, tie it into the base of your sideburn, tie it across to your other sideburn. And I usually wait to tie this until I measure my head to make sure it fits. Do one of these, tie it off at the base, and you have your St. Patty's Day hat.